Hello everyone, my name is Distra and welcome back to Attila's War. So we are right now in the battle where we ended at in the last part. So I did join the battle and I've set up my formation and I am just about to let it start. So let's just get this into a group and I think we should be good to go. So the enemy army is over here somewhere. See, the red line is here, so they're here. Somewhere around there. So I want to get my guys up here to somewhat of an uphill, well, if not uphill, at least on equal ground, so I don't get the initial spawning position, which was actually down here, where I would have had an uphill struggle all the way, and I didn't want that, so I decided not to. Also, this is a weird path. Why doesn't it just cut across there? Instead of taking this winding road there. I don't know. Not really relevant to this fight whatsoever. Oh, first enemy spotted.
We have sighted the enemy.
Okay, so this is the initial position. And I'll change it a bit when we actually get set up. So all my spears are in the first rank. And then I have my skirmishers, and then I have my swordsmen. So, what I'm thinking about is making this a very long, thin line. And then having all of these guys on the flanks as, well, flankers. And try to envelop this army. Of course, that depends completely on if this thin line can hold or not. But I plan to have them be in a formation, so that they should be able to do so. Also, have one skirmishers go to either side here. And these guys, well, they can stay in the second row. So just get them set up, make sure that they are fresh, and they are. Get them information again, and start moving. I almost don't have a longer line here. Yeah, the enemy really has a strong force. But so do I. The only real issue with this battle, in my opinion, is the fact that we have about the same in numbers and in quality. I am the upgraded tier of, well, I have the upgraded tier of most of these guys, the Common Tensor Spears and the Western Auxiliary Paladina. So in that regard, I can feel very safe. This probably isn't the place to put this up, come to think of it.
The enemy are ambushing us.
I wouldn't say that.
Advance at speed. Legio Parati.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Commit. Not really, they aren't really committing.
Ready. Defensive testudo. Romans ready.
Oh well, that'll leave me to commit then.
At speed. Advance. At the double. At speed. Artillery. Engage. Forward. At your service. Artillery.
So, this middle line should be able to hold, at least that's what I'm hoping for. And then we'll see if we can wrap up this flank quickly enough, so that these guys don't shatter too early, or really shatter at all. Nice, now bring him to general. Also get this guy on the flank, so he can easily hit his targets. There we go. Thank you. Thank you very much. They should be dead. Oh. And if you continue to do that, you'll also be dead. So this line is still holding, and I'm starting to, well, envelop them. But it doesn't appear to have done too much for the morale here. Which, it's gonna be an issue, I think. Especially if things like that will break. But that was the unit that had the axemen going for them, so it's understandable as to why they would break them. Not that I like it, but it's understandable. Also, I guess I should put in my Legio Comitatus against them. Oh really? Really? Yeah, no. That's not gonna happen. So this gigantic blob is, well, it's hit from all sides, but it's still holding relatively well here. Probably gonna be an issue. Glad to see. All depends, really. Now, what the hell are you going for? The men are running. Okay, they are running again. That's understandable. And oh, they must have gone into hiding again. Yeah, go for those guys. And have my skirmishers take care of them. Javelin men should take care of archers. At least if the archers allow them to get into range. Ah, and there goes the axeman. Thank you.
A unit is running from the enemy.
How much damage have we done? Wow. Wow. I didn't expect it to be that effective. Okay, you guys are clearly not doing anything. Well, let's see if the Legio Comitatus can actually do anything there. Ah, nice. Yeah, they are very much dying. Thankfully. And as I said at the end of the last part, I wasn't sure that if I was going to be able to win this, but one thing I was sure of, the fact that this was going to take forever. Because spear units, they are not great at killing quickly. They're great at killing, well, cavalry relatively quickly. But there are few of them, to be honest. Oh, this actually routed. Nice. Speaking of routing,
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
what units? Oh, archers. Maybe. Oh! There it went. The collapse that I was so looking forward to, and that I needed.
Gain the upper hand.
Okay, no question, I won this. I never paid attention to this spar, by the way. I was all about that micro. Even at this point. Oh well. Nice, nice. Doing the damage we need to do there. And now it's basically just a cleanup job. And yeah, the general actually routed. That definitely makes it a lot easier. And there we go completely. Hooray! So the Hispanian army, one of them, is no more. And who knows, we may be able to capture New Carthage, Nova Carthago, because of that. Although it should still be mentioned that this thing is extremely exposed to these two cities. So I had to be a bit careful about that, unfortunately. Ah well. But yeah, it seems I can take advantage of that. And I saw their army fled off to somewhere, but that army shouldn't be strong enough to do anything. Anyway, integrity winning foreign territory. I'll go for minus the construction cost, or maybe I'll go for that and another one down this line. I don't know. Doesn't really seem like I desperately need it, so I'm gonna go for that. Okay, there I found you. And this is even with the faction leader, as you can see here, reinforcing. They don't have that many men left. Why is it taking so many turns to get even... Well, I know what we can do about that. Pretty easy, actually. We'll do this, and we'll just auto-resolve it. And by doing so, we'll also get the mission done. So there's that. Come on, occupy. And there we go. Yeah, the worst mission. Objective is to defenders of the Tyrrhenia. Yes, whatever that means. I know what it means, I figured out what it means. But it should state it clearly. Something it, well, clearly didn't. Also, I need this guy back to give some of the tiny amount of public order it gives to Tingis, the Tingis region, or more accurately, Mauritania region. And yeah. So, minus 26. A bit of that is devastation, quite a lot of that is the 20 conquests, which of course will go away. And then we have provincial instability, which also will go away. And when we take away not even all of those factors, only a few of them, then we're very quickly going into the positive numbers then. Military presence isn't that high, but it's enough. It's more than enough, really. And unfortunately, I would like this guy to be able to move. That's not going to happen though, because military presence is more points than my current gain. So I can't afford to go back to the minus parts right now, because, well, we're at minus 93, so I think that speaks for itself, really. Anyway, how are we doing elsewhere? Pretty decently, I would say, all things considered. How we started, things considered. Our starting issues considered. Yes, we did quite a lot of issues, but now we're recapturing Spain and all. And, yeah, Iberia. I think it was just in the last part I talked about how I really shouldn't call this Spain, and I should rather call it Iberia, because Spain, well, not all of this is Spain. That's very important to remember. Anyway, look at this. Look at this yellow blob here. What did it get cut down to? Well, I didn't have this, that's for sure. Some of this has disappeared. This, actually, more than that. Like, this was not a part of my empire anymore, and I lost Corsica. And, yeah, I don't think I started with this even. But hey, if they declare war on me, and suddenly they make one of their city's an easy target, I'm gonna go and get it. As simple as that. Oh yeah, by the way, will you trade with me now?
I welcome you, worthy speaker.
Nope, still low. But we're improving. We're improving our relationship. I guess you're forced to love me after a while. Not any other seemingly willing targets. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I got a trade with Africa, which is also a Roman faction, so... All those offshoot countries, they or states, they're always Roman. Not always, but most of them seem to be Roman. Which is fine, I guess. The only problem is that when I try to recapture territory from them, they also have Roman units. And the heavy, professional units that the Romans have are really among the few things that gives me an advantage here. Well, I shouldn't say the few things, but it's one of the things that gives me a good advantage here. But yeah, I think that's it. Do we have anything that I need to have done? I don't think so. This stabilizing, after once again having been destabilized. So working on that. And yeah, by the way, was it the... No, it wasn't the Abdanians, it was the Caledonians. But they won't be able to recapture this, or... Well, they didn't capture it, re-raid it, I guess is the more correct thing to say. They won't be able to do that. At least that's good. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you didn't notice, and I didn't tell you earlier, this has been raided, and it has actually changed a lot of hands. It used to be Roman, obviously. Then it became something, but at some point it became Gaulish, and then the rebels came, captured it, and now the Picts are at it. So, who knows where it will actually end up. Speaking of the Picts, I'll probably go to war with them eventually and push them out of Gaul. But I'm thinking about repopulating these regions, or alternatively waiting until the AI repopulates them before I move in and attack them. And also I would like to at least capture Iberia before I do so. Just to, you know, focus my armies and all of that. And my income is going up, which is pretty nice. Also my food situation is improving, because seemingly I tend to capture things that has farms attached to it. So that's quite nice. Although not here. Because it's a city. Can't have anything that even resembles farms here. That's strictly forbidden. But yeah, I could also, I could build this thing, because with this thing I can actually start getting some siege equipment. Not that it's massively useful, and well, it's massively useful if I don't have that much time for an attack. Well, I can't wait a turn to get siege equipment, because if I do, then an enemy army will come in and absolutely wipe me out, or at least have the chance to wipe me out, with the help of the defenders. So, yeah, if I can get a siege rush going, that would be nice. Also because this region comprises Talentum, as well as the other two, and Talentum is probably going to be my staging point for the attack on the remaining Hispanian regions. Or at least it's probably going to be a region that I have to defend. Let's see about it. Maybe I'll move my army back to Talentum. I got down here in one turn, so I should be able to get back up in one turn. Well, let's see. It really depends on what the Hispanians do in their turn. But yeah, that is most definitely it. Now I also used all my money. Apart from a few agents that needs to be upgraded. Also, lovely reference here, if you read the flavor text. And if you didn't, well, you're too slow. And yes, I'm basically just giving him random traits now, because, well, he has all his skills. And I haven't really used anything besides the Inspire Populace. Probably should do. He is probably capable of doing some nasty things. He can spread the religion, inspire troops, inspire populace, compromise command, encourage mutiny, preach doom, betray, distract, persuade, discourage populace, comprise security, encourage dissidents, and preach intolerance. Holy moly, he has a lot of bonuses. Damn, and he's only 40. That's quite nice. That's very nice. Although it should be said that I really haven't... Well, there has been quite a lot of years gone by since the game started. But it's almost at 20 years. Yes, it was 395 the game started. So just almost 20. So all in all, we haven't really... Well, this isn't a campaign where like your leader is gonna die like 3 turns before your next leader is gonna die. But anyway, I'm just rambling on. And yeah, I should have done that. Oh well. And it just occurred to me that I did not set the stopwatch, so I have no idea what time we're on. So it might result in the part being very long or a bit too short. Let's see about that. Oh, that's a shame. Seems like a very solid region there.
War. Man's calling is
Picts.
war.
Are you kidding me, Picts?
Gossip.
Picts.
Give me the clash of swords. Not
Sure, and off. God damn it. Yeah, no. Are you fucking kidding me? The Almans declare war on me. Well, they didn't declare war on me, they joined the war. When you think you dealt with a problem, then it just pops up again, apparently. That's annoying. Especially when you, like, forcibly have them be your puppet state. And they were also starting to like me. That was even more annoying. Oh well. Not too much I can do about that, except to just accept it. And Constantinople is looking very, 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 very vulnerable right now. So yes, I could just do the same thing again, although they have gotten a new army up there. And last time I took it with 2 armies, so yeah. Well, I have this army, but it's still stabilizing things. And let's see, military presence 10. But I don't know, maybe this character also gives some positive traits there. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. This thing right here. So if I leave this region, it's almost for certain gonna cause a rebellion. So one way to deal with this is either to send this army up there, or create a new one. And I hate to have this guy leave, well, the vicinity of Italy, because I would want him there the second that the Hun says, fuck it, we don't want the peace agreement anymore. But, yeah, I think we might be, it might be necessary to do just this, and basically force him back into the fold. Annoying, they were starting to like me and everything. Oh well. But, what's definitely gonna happen is recruitment in this region. I'll take down all of those steppe units and replace them with Legio. And there we go. By the way, oh, you're raiding. Not even at war with me. You probably are gonna be, Roman separatists and everything. You seem to be liking the war. Oh yeah, I should also upgrade something. There we go. So, do I go for skirmishes or do I go for cavalry? Well, these skirmishes aren't the best, and this cavalry isn't the best either. But what can I get after that? Cataphracti. Equites Dalmate. It'll take quite a few turns though. And what is the next here? Preventore and Ballestari. So Preventore is basically the upgraded Exploratore, aka the units that I have most issue with in the settlement, the standard settlement defense, also called the garrison. I don't know. Yeah, we really have had a huge lack of cavalry, and there has been a few circumstances where my cavalry has done a lot of damage, and unfortunately I only had access to one of them. Yeah, in the settlement defenses. So yes, I'll probably go for that. And he will only take food, not public order. So in that way, it's actually cool. Also, I am really dreading what they have here. If they have, well, I don't know really, but if they have anything here, any army here, it could easily raid Vienna or Avaricum. Avaricum again, poor souls. By the way, yeah, I had this guy about to get to Corsica, but I guess he has to do other stuff. Okay, so they don't have an army here. So, at least that's good. Sure, misdirect workforce. It'll only serve to level this guy up, really. But yeah, so we're building a cavalry recruitment field, finally. This is actually the first of its kind in my empire. Unless I'm completely mistaken. Oh, and I can expand this. Hey, hey. Pretty nice. But first we need to dismantle the ruins. But yes. So that'll be interesting, see what the Picts are gonna do. And see if I can get the elements back into the fold. I really want to have them as a buffer zone up towards the Langobard and the Saxons. Well, kinda like a buffer zone. But yes, and I definitely do not want to tolerate, well, a faction breaking with me like that. I have seen it happen before, but I don't know how it's possible really, because I'm guessing that these guys were allied earlier, and let's see, maybe not. So that might not be what happened this time, but I have seen it happen where my puppet state has actually been allied with another guy. Somehow it was like a legacy alliance that was in place when I captured his last settlement and forcibly made him a subject. And what I've seen happen then is that they keep that alliance, and when that other faction then declares war on me, let's say the elements then join the other guy in his war, and thereby declares war on me and break the subjugation. And I saw that happen with when I played the Frankish, and I got a huge network, not a network, but more a patchwork really, of subject states that I had under my control. And suddenly, I think it was like the Markomans. No, it was the Langobards that declared war on me, I think. And the Markomans, which I've just worked for getting as puppet states, they just said fuck it, and I think it also it was several of my subjects. They refused to join the war with me, like for my defense, so they just broke the contract all completely, and that fucked me. That fucked me for quite a few turns, and I don't know if I really recovered from that. I've gained quite a bit of land from that, but yeah, I would prefer if they actually were my allies and I didn't have to do everything myself. But anyway, I'll stop that rant there. And also, I'll also gotta stop the part there. So in the next part, hopefully we'll get this army up here, and unless the Picts invade, then I should be good to go against the elements again and force them once again to become my subjects. Poor bastards. And yeah, my economy is going relatively strong, so all in all, things are looking rather great. And of course, I shouldn't forget where I actually come from in this campaign. I shouldn't forget my low point is what I'm trying to say, I guess. But yeah, I thank you so much for watching. Apologies if this is a little bit short, but yeah, I didn't have my stopwatch, and if this is too long, well, same excuse. So I thank you so much for watching once again, and I'll see you guys next time. At least I hope so.